Okay, hello everyone. I think we will start now. Hello, my name is Damian Kuznowicz and I want to welcome you all on our Apple Hack Unlocking the Biomass webinar. I would like to welcome you all on behalf of the organizers of this webinar, so ProCivis Foundation, Parnell County Development Center, Young University of Applied Sciences. Once again, I would like to welcome all online participants and participants here in our studio in Kielce, especially owner of the Rafal group, Mr. Stanisław Fachuła. So let's start. We are here today to launch two calls for applications in two hackathons dedicated to Apple biomass. So Rafal Hackathon and Piesta Hackathon. Both hackathons are part of the BioBoosters project. This project is funded by Interreg Baltic Sea Region program, and in this project we are helping to solve challenges in different sectors, different industries, in order to boost the green transition in this Baltic Sea region. But we will provide you some more details on the project in the first presentation in just a second. Yes, so what is the story? We have two companies, Rafal, which is a Polish apple producer and integrator of apple producers, and Piesta, Estonia producer of apples, but also bio-based and apple-based products. And those companies have real-life challenges related to Apple value chain. So Rafal noticed this decreasing value of apples damaged by weather conditions, and Piesta was looking for a solution or was wondering how to extract something valuable from apple pomace, so byproducts of their production process. So in these two hackathons, we will look for solutions that could tackle these challenges, best solutions to solve it, and those solutions could be offered by SMEs, startups, science groups, or basically any other solution provider. From today, we want to start the application period in which the solutions could be sent to us. So the aim of today's webinar, I think I can mention 3 points. So we want to present the BioBoosters concept, so how the hackathons look like, what is the whole process of our BioBoosters hackathon. We will have 4 expert presentations in the field of biomass extraction, valorization, and biorefining to give you some overview or like a background for our challenges and maybe show you some opportunities or even some inspirations. And finally, we'll present in details those 2 challenges for you to see what we are looking for. So in the end, we have foresee a Q&A session. So if you have any questions along the way, please write it in the chat and we'll go back to it in the end of our meeting. So I think that's all for a short introduction. So maybe we can start with the presentations. So I would like to invite Anna Arto from YAMK University of Applied Sciences to present the BioBoosters concept. So Anna, please, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Damien. Just a moment, I'll share. Okay, I trust you can see my presentation now.
Yes, we can see it.
And here we go. So as mentioned, I'm Anna Aalto. I'm a project manager here in JAMK University of Applied Sciences in central Finland and at our Institute of Bioeconomy and the BioBoosters by JAMK Bioeconomy Business Accelerator. And we have been working on this hackathon model for a longer time, but we have been happy to introduce it to a network across the Baltic Sea region now with this BioBoosters Interreg BSR project called BioBoosters Boosting Circular Transition. And it's already our third year of the project, and we have done a lot. I will share you some details. But overall, the work we are doing and the focus we have is on delivering 18 business-driven hackathons to launch up to 20 research, development and innovation or business cooperations and partnerships to solve challenges that the bioeconomy sectors are facing in their circular transition. And with the hackathons, we are bringing together experts and specialists from different industry fields, research fields, and working together towards this circular transition of bioeconomy in the Baltic Sea region. And not going into all the details, what we mean by boosting circular transition is finding solutions for challenges that companies are facing in sustainable biomass sourcing and maximizing the value of the biomass resources along the value chains. So the challenges presented today by Refal and Piesta are perfect fit for us. They are really about maximizing the value of the biomass and making the most of all the valuable ingredients within this biomass. And we work towards this circular transition with finding digital solutions, smart solutions, technological solutions, finding partnerships for using different side streams, waste streams and byproducts, and by making sure the nutrients and CO2 are reused, recycled in this whole process. And it all, of course, starts with the design and making sure the processes and products in the end are fit for the circular transition ideas. And before going into the details of what is hackathon, I want to introduce us. So the BioBoosters, we are 9 organizers, hackathon organizers across the Baltic Sea region, 9 organizations working as innovation hubs in our regional innovation systems. We connect different players of the regional innovation ecosystem in the topics of bioeconomy in line with the smart specialization strategies in our regions and countries. So JAMK, as mentioned, is from central Finland. We work on smart bioeconomy and circular bioeconomy development in central Finland and of course beyond. And from Sweden, we have biofuel region and paper province, mostly focusing on the forest-based bioeconomy. And from Germany, Viteno Science and Business Park with a focus on this health solutions, for instance, and also a wider scope of bioeconomy development in their region. ProCivis, of course, hosting us today from Poland, and from Lithuania, Sunrise Tech Park as a national leader of the cleantech cluster in Lithuania. Vitseme Planning Region from Latvia as a national driver of bioeconomy and food sectors. And from Estonia, one of our hosts today, Pärnu County Development Center, and then Estonian University of Life Sciences. And our group connects different fields of bioeconomy know-how and also different expertise from these connected specialization areas, let's say from digitalization, for instance. And all of this cross-sectoral know-how and networks from research, networks from business can be linked with us by this network of networks that we present and provide for the hackathon process to find the themes and mentors to fit the challenge and the needs of the challenge provider companies. And this is the process that we are piloting and perfecting along the way. And we are now at the end of formulating of the challenge, in the launch of Open Call, and getting ready to attract and select the teams. So for both of the hackathons introduced today, the Refal Hackathon and Piesta Hackathon, we are today here to open the call and start the search and the campaign to find the perfect solution providers and the interesting ideas from across the Baltic Sea region, or even further than that. And after this intense few weeks of the communication and marketing campaign, we are closing the call, and this is the moment when we have a selection of teams to present to our challenge providers, who will then select, based on their established evaluation criteria, the teams they want to see in the hackathon. And this is where the selected teams, let's say about 6 teams for each of the hackathons, will come together, first in a kickoff, then at the development phase in a digital platform, and finally on the hackathon days to present their solution ideas to the challenge provider and to develop them with the help of the challenge provider and mentors, and finally to pitch it to the jury, and the winner will then have the chance to start a cooperation with the challenge provider company. So interesting time, and now the hard work done in the previous months for defining the needs of the challenge provider, defining what we are looking for, it all comes together as we will now launch this open call, and anybody and everybody are invited to join with their ideas, but of course keeping in mind the requirements stated in the invitation and what the challenge provider is looking for. And we have, as mentioned already, experience with this process. So in the scope of this BioBoosters project, we have delivered 13 hackathons so far, and more are underway this spring. So the focus of our activities have been especially on valorization of biological side streams, and this is now also the focus here today. Furthermore, we have worked on challenges around optimizing sustainable use of biological resources with digitalization and smart technologies, and helping the transition to bio-based industries by finding bio-based packaging, finding value-added bio-based ingredients, and helping to transfer from these fossil-based products to bio-based ones. Along these 13 hackathons, we have launched 17 cooperations, 10 of them international. There has been 170 applicant teams and 90 teams have been selected so far. Teams have come from around the Baltic Sea region, around Europe, and also outside of EU. So we do see that the internationalization level in these hackathons has been growing as we have progressed with the piloting, and really the chances of starting international cooperation have been quite high in these hackathons. And it gives a very good chance for international networking and expertise exchange between different countries and transferring different good practices. We have built this community along the way. So at the moment we have over 1,400 followers in LinkedIn and over 400 hackathon alumni who have given us a score, net promoter score of 53. So very happy participants overall. And this is a good news for you who are considering to join. The past hackathons have been evaluated very highly by the participants. And you will get the details of these hackathon calls in the later presentations, but just to highlight that we have multiple hackathons going on during this spring. The Refal hackathon starting today, and Piesta hackathon starting today, focusing on both on this unlocking the value in apple biomass. But furthermore, we are also working to accelerate remediation of contaminated soils with Toxica hackathon in Lithuania. And this week already closing to the kick-off stage, we have the Nordic Hemp Hackathon from Estonia ongoing. And if you're interested in finding more about our past hackathons, we have published this impact review with all the stories of the first 9 hackathons and how the cooperation was launched from those. And just to highlight, we have a good story to tell from the previous round, where one of the organizers, Pärnu County Development Center, run a hackathon with Voiste to find solutions to valorize side streams from tomato greenhouse production. And here we got a Polish winner. So this connection between the partners has already longer roots. And as mentioned, we hope you will also join to follow our calls and results in LinkedIn. But not sure if I've gone over time, but thank you for the time I had. And if you have questions, I will be able to answer in chat.
Okay, thank you so much, Anna. Perfect. So our participants could see how actually the hackathon looked like. If you have any questions about the process, please write it in the chat. We will go to it a little bit further. Okay, thank you so much, Anna. Let's go to our first expert presentation. So using second-class apple biomass, I want to invite Joanna Gil from University of Agriculture in Krakow in Poland. So Joanna, if you are ready, please share your screen.
Yes, I'm ready, and this is my presentation.
Yes, okay, we can see it.
Okay. And now I want to talk about apple processing and extraction techniques. Drying is one of the most commonly used methods of food preservation. Drying under reduced pressure improves product quality by reducing oxidation and allowing lower temperatures. In the case of juices, a significant issue is the high viscosity of the material, especially if it does not contain high molecular weight substances like maltodextrin. In such cases, spraying drying leads to the particles adhering to the walls of the drying chamber. An alternative solution is foam drying technology, which allows the production of high-quality instant powders. Foaming the apple pulp significantly shortens the drying time compared to non-foamed material. During osmotic dehydration, some of the unbound water is removed from plant tissues, while an osmotic substance penetrates into the dehydration tissue. Unfortunately, this process may result in the loss of valuable components such as vitamins, sugars, minerals, and acids, which diffuse into the surrounding solution. The most commonly used osmotic solutions include sugar, salt, and concentrated fruit juices. The efficiency of the process depends on several factors, such as the concentration of the osmotic solution, temperature, process duration, and the type and thickness of the fruit pieces. The high efficiency of these methods make osmotic dehydration produced widely used in the food industry, drying industry, and in the production of functional and dietary foods. The main advantages of osmotic drying include better sensory quality, retention of nutrients, shortened drying time, extended shelf life, and possibility to modify flavor. A modern solution is the use of microwaves under vacuum conditions. This method significantly shortens the drying time and improves the quality of the resulting product. By precisely adjusting the microwave power, it is possible to achieve the optimal material temperature without the risk of degrading the product. Microwave drying heats the product from the inside, eliminating the risk of thermal stress and preventing the formation of hard structures that hinder rehydration. Freeze drying is one of the most effective drying methods in terms of product quality. Vitamin and bioactive component losses are only a few percent, while in convection drying then they can reach 80%. Freeze-dried products have a rehydration capacity that in 2 to 6 times greater and shrinkage of 5 to 15%, while in convection methods, shrinkage can be as much as 80%. Quick freezing creates smaller ice crystals, improving the product structure. The challenge is the high cost of the process, which can be optimized through parameter monitoring, AI, renewable energy sources, and modern packaging materials. Processing biomass before extraction is crucial for optimizing the recovery of bioactive compounds. Classical methods such as maceration, SOX extraction, homogenization, magnetic stirring are widely used but have limitation, including long time and high solvent consumption. Modern techniques such as ultrasonic, microwave, and supercritical extraction eliminate this problem. Optimal extraction conditions, type of solvent, temperature, time, pressure, and equipment power maximize the recovery of valuable compounds such as phenols. One of the modern extraction methods is ultrasound assisted extraction, which employs an ultrasonic bath and probe to extract a broad spectrum of natural compounds. Ultrasound generates repeated compression and decompression cycles of bubbles in the extraction solvent, leading to cavitation. Additionally, mechanisms such as fragmentation, capillarity, detexturization, and sonoporation support extraction and improve efficiency. Another technique is microwave-assisted extraction, which combines solid-liquid extraction with microwave radiation. In this method, microwave energy heats the solvent sample mixture, causing the rapid breakdown of plant cell walls. Moreover, microwave energy enhances the physical properties of biological tissues, increasing their porosity and extraction efficiency. The efficiency of microwave-assisted extraction is affected by solvent nature and volume, extraction time, microwave power, operating temperature, and properties of the matrix. And all listed factors must be taken into account during process optimization. An alternative extraction method is pressurized liquid extraction, also known as accelerated solvent extraction. This technique is characterized by shortened extraction times, lower solvent consumption, and precise control of operational parameters. Additionally, using grass, this is generally recognized as safe solvents, such as water or ethanol. And supercritical fluid extraction uses supercritical fluid to isolate and remove certain bioactive molecules. Many substances, including ammonia, ethane, fluoroform, nitrous oxide, propan, water, xenon, and carbon dioxide can be used as supercritical fluids. Carbon dioxide is the one that is used the most frequently because it is inexpensive and eco-friendly. Combined extraction methods are also popularity, allowing for ever better extraction results. The main advantages of such processes include higher efficiency, reduced solvent consumption, shorter processing times, and increased selectivity and purity of the obtained products in which pressurized liquid extraction was combined with the solid phase extraction, enhance the purification of phenolic compounds from apple pomace. Apple pomace is one of the most prominent types of agri-food waste produced at a rate of roughly 4 million tons annually worldwide. Apples, one of the highest produced crops internationally, have a production above 85 to 89 million tons. Apple pomace consists of about 95% peel and pulp, 2 to 4% seeds, and 1% stems, all of which contain a variety of phytochemicals. The major categories of polyphenols found in apples include phenolic acids, flavonols, anthocyanins, and dihydrohalcones. Studies have identified a range of polyphenolic compounds in apple pomace, such as gallic acid, chlorogenic acid, catechin, rutin, and fluorizin. The pulp is rich in phenolic acids, while quercetin, glycoside are abundant in the peel. Apple pomace contains about 50% fat, mainly linoleic acid, and 34% fiber. Its disadvantage is the bitter taste of the fiber, resulting from the presence of seeds and hard parts of the fruit, which can be eliminated by separating these components and micronizing. Dried pomace is used as a fuel and fermentation raw material for the production of biogas, ethanol, butanol, citric acid, and pectinases. In the food industry, and it is used for jams, sauces, and baked goods, enriching them with fiber. As a functional ingredient, apple pomace is used for baked goods, increase the fiber content and improve sensory properties. In yogurt, stabilize the emulsion and improve texture. In jams, provide carotenoids, phenols, and flavonoids. In meat products, enrich sausages and other products with fiber. In chocolates, give antioxidant properties without affecting quality. Pectin and cellulose have been extracted from apple pulp for a long time. A sequential process using acetic acid extraction, followed by moderate sodium chloride treatment, has recently been proposed to co-prepare pectin and cellulose from apple pomace. Good pectin yields of almost 20% were obtained by acetic acid extraction, while cellulose yields of over 80% were obtained by sodium chloride and sodium hydroxide treatment. This process may be a promising approach for the high-value utilization of apple pomace. It's all, and thank you very much.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Joanna, for sharing your expert knowledge with us, giving us this background on how actually the apple biomass is valuable. So thank you so much. And we have to jump to our second presentation. So I want to ask our next speaker, Uko Bleive, to share his screen and to tell us a bit more about valorization options for apples, for apple biomass and apple pomace. So please, the screen is yours. Okay, perfect. We can see the full screen.
Okay, my name is Uko, and I'm working in Estonian University of Life Science, and I'm talking about more practical views, what we have done with apple pomace. As you see in this picture, we have also a small scale production, and we have already quite a lot apple pomace which is left over and we discard. But if we approach for apple pomace, we should understand and look what is the quality of these apples are, and we decide then what we're gonna do with apple pomace. If we have a kind of good quality apples, which is just smaller or not suitable for selling in fresh market, this is quite suitable for using some food products. But another way, if we have a kind of cider production and there is a lower quality, then we should decide another options probably to just avoid problems. And of course, we should understand what is a value in apple pomace and what is the contents. There is a skin and flesh, seed, stem, but quite a lot of flesh and a lot of moisture. And that is a problem because we should work with this apple pomace quite quickly. We don't want to freeze it because it's quite of high energy consumption and so on. So in Estonia, we try to find kind of low input processing. Of course, we know what apple pomace is used for. A lot of like bioethanol, bakery products, kind of pectin, livestock, so on. But in our case, first we just thought that, okay, if we dehydrate apple pomace, can we fractionate after dehydration? So here is a picture about after dehydration, we crush it and try to kind of separate it to different fraction. And we look this quality, what is polyphenols inside. It doesn't work this way. It's not good because a lot of energy and so on. So in our case, we decide to fractionate immediately after the juice pressing. So it's quite easily technically scalable. It's and there is just to separate the soft part, which is approximately 60%, and peels and seeds part, which is like a coarse and probably hold much more polyphenols. So here is also kind of information about total polyphenols. As we see in a peels, it's quite higher. If it's freeze-dried, it's much better. But this way we can easily use different fraction for different possibilities. So if we dehydrate peel fraction, it's much easier, it's more kind of economically viable because it's a much smaller quantity, and there we can fractionate also and separate seed part, so we can get quite clean peel fractions. It's technically possible and so on. So in our case, we are looking kind of easy and simple way. We first separate soft cream part, and we try to make with it kind of food products, usually kind of jam or kind of preservative type of products, which is, of course, you need to add some flavors and different things. You can make marmalades, or you can make some different dehydrated products and so on. And the peel part is another topic, what we're gonna do. One problem is about the browning. The apple pomace is browned very quickly, so this processing should be quite quick. Of course, you can use acidify this pomace, but in our case, we looked at it's quite high quantities of ascorbic acid or citric acid needed, and it's don't affect good for later products. What to do with apple peel powder? In our case, we looked at probably if we enrich this apple peel powder with different extracts, maybe this is a kind of idea to follow. Of course, you have to find some good selling points, but water binding capacity of this peel powder is quite high, so we can impregnate and enrich with different extracts. In our case, right now we are building a small pilot scale apple residue processing, and it's in this picture is, if you can see probably, after the belt press, we immediately using continuous cooker. Continuous cooker is with steam, and it's helped to stabilize this browning. It's inactivate enzymes, and of course it's possible to add some ascorbic acid. After refining, if we separate the cream part, then we can use it for vacuum concentration to make the products and so on. It is approximately 250 kilogram batch what we have planned right now here. So conclusion is our chart is this way. Of course, you can use apple powders different places. In one project, what we had to use compression molding. Of course, compression molding, as every cellulosic materials, is kind of tricky. You have to have good knowledge of binding ingredients and so on. But it's just to thinking about it's also possible to make kind of fun things with apple pomace. We have tried also apple vinegar from apple pomace. It's very well doable, and we are checked with our sensory panels the products is and its taste and the quality was quite similar as marketed apple vinegar, so it's possible to do it. And here I have a chart about if we have thinking about the pectin. Pectin is quite important product from apple pomace, but there is a issue that you have to have quite large quantity of this apple pomace, and in Estonian producer probably have not very suitable or not very economically good idea to start to pectin extraction. So what is another option? It's probably why not to use liquid pectin. Liquid pectin, of course, you cannot use food market, but you can make the drinks and so on, and it's also low input product. One thing what we are working right now is a water kefir, and currently we are trying to use enzymes to enhance and increase fermentable sugars in apple pomace, and after the water kefir fermentation we can get kind of water kefir products, which is very popular. These pictures is from recently in a Nuremberg Biofracht mess, which is a very, very nice presentation. Of course, we can make different bio-based films and objects. We can use the powders in bread to use in enrich the breads and so on. So, and of course, in our institute, we are using also different extraction methods, supercritical, ultrasound, microwaves and so on, but again we should calculate what is the end product. So in for example supercritical extraction we have used for study the leaves. Apple leaves is also quite interesting objects. So it's a very short overview about our doings, and probably I gave you little ideas for future. And thank you for my side.
Okay, thank you so much, Vuko, for this really practical approach and sharing with us your experience and your research outputs. So it was really interesting. So thank you so much for this. And I want to invite Barbara Domagała also from University of Agriculture in Krakow in Poland to go a bit deeper in this practical approach, yes, so cascade extraction. So, yes, Barbara, if you are ready, please share your screen and show presentation.
Hi everyone, today I'm excited to discuss an innovative approach to sustainability cascade extraction of low-quality apples in the cosmetic and pharmaceutical industries. So let's explore how this process supports both environmental responsibility and industrial innovation. Sustainably utilizing apple waste through cascade extraction, an innovative, eco-friendly method that minimizes waste while maximizing the recovery of valuable compounds. This advanced approach enables by step-by-step isolation of bioactive ingredients, including phenolic compounds, terpenoids, and dietary fiber. By optimizing yield and preserving the ingredient components, cascade extraction promotes efficient resource use and supports sustainable production practices. And health benefits of apple extracts. They are rich in antioxidants, which help combat oxidative stress and support cardiovascular health. Cosmetic industry use are widely used for their moisturizing, anti-aging, and skin rejuvenating properties. And scientific examples, many researchers highlight the role of polyphenols in reducing the risk of chronic diseases, while flavonoids have been shown to improve metabolic health. This research from 2024 confirms the potential of apple byproducts in advancing both sustainability and innovation. Apple waste is a rich source of valuable compounds with diverse applications across multiple industries. One of the key components, polyphenols and flavonoids, are powerful antioxidants widely used in pharmaceuticals and skincare, helping to combat oxidative stress and promote skin health. Another important extract is pectin and dietary fibers, which play a crucial role in food and nutraceuticals, supporting good health and digestion. Additionally, HGH acid derived from apples are highly sought after in cosmetics for their exfoliating and anti-aging properties, contributing to smoother, healthier skin. Even the residual biomass doesn't go to waste. It can be further proceed through pyrolysis to produce biofuels and biochemicals, reinforcing a circular economy approach. And by fully utilizing apple waste, we not only reduce environmental impact, but also create high-value products across various sectors. And of course, promote zero waste benefits. This graphic illustrates the wide range of functional beverages that can be created using cascade extraction. Examples include energy sports beauty drinks, immunity boosters, as well as drinks targeting cognitive health and good health through probiotics and prebiotics. Additionally, phytoactive fortified beverages are increasingly popular for their health benefits. The process also involves ensuring the stability of bioactive ingredients through techniques like emulsification, high-pressure homogenization, and nano-encapsulation, which improve the effectiveness and shelf life of these drinks. And lastly, functional beverages can be proceeded from various sources, including plants, animals, microorganisms, and seafood, showcasing the versatility of functional ingredients across different industries. Functional beverages have seen a significant rise in popularity globally, driven by health-conscious consumers seeking products with added health benefits. These drinks incorporate key ingredients such as phenolic compounds, vitamins, minerals, amino acids, peptides, and unsaturated fatty acids sourced from plants, animals, and microorganisms. However, challenges remain in product development, storage sustainability, stability, and sensory properties, all of which influence consumer acceptance. Moving forward, scientific research continues to support the health benefits of these nutritional compounds and phytochemicals, proving their therapeutic effects on immune health, antioxidants, and overall wellness, and paving the way for innovations in functionality and sensory appeal. These results, supported by approximately 50 research studies, demonstrate the nutrient-rich nature of apple pomace. The pomace is not only a significant source of dietary fiber, but also contains valuable proteins, lipids, and carbohydrates. This underscores the vast potential of apple pomace as a resource showcasing the wealth of compounds that can be extracted for various industrial applications, from food to pharmaceutical and beyond. A recent study examined the effects of incorporating apple-based products into the diet, such as freeze-dried apple pomace flour, dry apple pomace, and apple juice concentrate, and the results were remarkably positive. Participants in the study showed significant improvements in various health markers. Specifically, the apple-enriched diet led to improved liver and adipose inflammatory status and change antioxidant levels and better prebiotic potential. The effects were also observed in reducing the risk of diabetes and obesity, with noticeable improvements in body weight and fat loss. Additionally, participants showed improved lipid profiles, including hypolipidemic and hypocholesterolemic effects, and better gut health. These results highlight the powerful natural boost apples and can provide the overall health with significant potential for managing chronic conditions like obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. The extraction of bioactive triterpenic acid, particularly ursolic acid, UA, from plant materials has been explored using conventional methods such as Soxhlet extraction, maceration, and heat reflux extraction. Among these, Soxhlet extraction with non-polar solvents is widely recognized for its efficiency, selectivity, and ability to yield high purity extract suitable for direct chromatographic analysis. Apple extract is an increasingly popular ingredient in skincare and cosmetic, valuable for its rich antioxidant content, which protects the skin from free radicals and helps maintain elasticity. It's packed with B vitamins, essential for skin regeneration, collagen synthesis, and soothing inflammation. HEA acids found in apples help to brighten, hydrate, and reduce discoloration, making them ideal for exfoliating and anti-aging products. What's more, apple extract is suitable for all skin types and it's widely used in antioxidant-rich formulas. Beyond skincare, it also serves as a natural scent stabilizer in the perfume industry. Because of the techniques like sonification, which enables the production of alcohol-free fragrances. And many cosmetic brands specialize in apple-based formulations. For example, in Poland, companies like 4 Szpaki and Zielone Laboratorium has successfully incorporated apple extract into their skincare lines, offering high-quality yet competitively priced products. These brands have received excellent feedback from customers who appreciate both the effectiveness and the natural composition of their products, which key active compounds such as polyphenols, flavonoids, pectins, and malic acid. Apple extract continues to gain recognition as a powerful, sustainable ingredient in modern cosmetics. Organic apple extract from Pyrus malus, an EcoCert certified ingredient sourced from organic apple cultivation and standardized in glycerin water medium. It's ideal for use in cosmetic formulations with a recommended dosage range from 0.5 to 5%. Transforming waste into value offers both environmental and economic benefits, particularly through the utilization of food industry byproducts, like apple pomace. Apple pomace, byproducts of apple juice and cider production, contains valuable compounds such as phenolic compounds, flavonoids, pectins, and malic acid. These compounds can be extracted and utilized in various industries, including food, pharmaceuticals, cosmetics, thereby increasing the value of what would otherwise be waste. And to summarize, promoting zero waste benefits is crucial for sustainability, as highlighted in the article of the United Nations General Assembly, which established the 17 Sustainable Development Goals in 2015 as part of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. These goals aim to create a global impact across ecological, social, and economic sectors, and the Circular Economy Action Plan under this initiative aims to promote the sustainable use of resources through the entire product life cycle, protecting ecosystems and improving human health. By embracing the strategies, we can reduce waste and foster a more sustainable future. And thank you for your attention.
Yes, okay, thank you so much, Barbara, for giving us this overview of huge potential for many applications, especially in cosmetics and industry and the impact on the health. Yes, very interesting. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go to our last presentation, and it will be about biorefining and platform chemicals in apple biomass valorization. So I want to invite Uday Verabagu, also from Estonian University of Life Sciences, to share his screen and give us a presentation. So if you are ready, please go ahead.
Hi everyone, I am Uday Kumar Veerababu, postdoctoral researcher in synthetic chemistry at Estonian University of Life Sciences. It's my pleasure to be part in this Apple Hackathon biomass. My presentation will focus on how we can convert apple biomass into high-value platform chemicals, which is sustainable potentials to replace the fossil-based material. Okay, let's go. Okay. What is biorefining? Biorefining is the systematic conversion of biomass into bio-based chemicals, fuels, and materials using sustainable and integrated process technologies. Unlike traditional waste management, which discards organic residues, biorefining extracts values from every component of biomass, ensuring maximum resource utilization. Similar to oil refinery process, crude oil into fuels and chemicals, this biorefinery takes organic waste such as apple biomass and converts into valuable biochemicals like chemicals, fuels, and packaging materials. So, next, why apple biomass? Apple biomass generates millions of tons of biomass annually, containing sugars, pectins, proteins, polyphenols, lignin, and polysaccharides. Instead of being discarded or composted, these components can be transformed into drop-in chemicals that seamlessly integrated into existing supply chains. And these components can be processed into bio-based chemicals to replace fossil-based alternatives. There is a three-step biorefining process from apple biomass. I already have mentioned that apple biomass contains carbohydrates, fibers, polyphenols, and organic acids that can be refined into three bio-based chemicals. So in the three-step process, first one is a primary processing, so initial breakdown, and followed by secondary processing, so converting biochemicals and chemical conversions, and final product development and industrial use. So in the first process, juice and pectin extractions and separation of valuable apple fractions and prepare biomass for further conversion. In the second processes, converted this extracted apple biomass by fermentation, hydrolysis, and also by catalytic conversion. Finally, these apple-derived chemicals converted into biofuels, bioplastics, pharmaceuticals, chemicals, and into final market-ready products. So, drop-in platform chemicals from apple biomass. Apple biomass contains three main intermediates: polysaccharide derivatives and lignin, polymeric aromatic macrostructures contains in peels, spores, cores, and seeds, and acids, organic acids present in peels, seeds, and pomace. So these first carbohydrate derivatives, these carbohydrate derivatives can be converted into value-added platform chemicals like furfural and HMF and levulinic acids by acid hydrolysis and dehydration process. These furfural are used in bio-based plastics materials, and also levulinic and succinic acid is used in biodegradable polyesters, resins, and coatings. Also, organic acids like lactic, succinic acids, and bioethanol can be produced from cell carbohydrate derivatives by fermentation and fermentation using lactobacillus and actinobacillus compounds. Next is lignin derivatives. Various lignin derivatives can be produced or the phenolic units, guaiacol units, syringel unit, and the phenol compounds. These lignin-derived phenols can be replace petroleum-derived phenols in adhesives and coating materials. And next is BTX molecules, that is benzene, toluene, and xylene can be synthesized from the lignin materials, which is used as a synthetic materials and drop-in replacement for fossil-based aromatics. Next is industrial application and market potentials. So where can apple-derived chemicals be used? First is bioplastic and packaging industries. Apple-derived FDCA, lactic acid, and pectin can be used for biodegradable films, food packaging, and sustainable materials. Next is fermented apple sugars can be converted into bioethanol, biobutanol, and can be used as a biofuels and green energy. Next is cosmetics and pharmaceutical industries. Polyphenols and organic acids from apple pomace have high antioxidants, anti-agent, and UV protecting properties. And these can be used in the cosmetics and pharmaceutical company. And lignin-based chemicals can replace the synthetic dyes, adhesives, and coatings in the textiles and coating industries. So this is the market growth and the investment potential. The bio-based chemical market growth projections for the next 10 years. In this, the bio-based chemical market is projected to grow 10 to 12% CAGR from 2024 to 2032. Bio-based chemicals like FDCA, lactic acid, and furfural markets are expected to exceed $5 billion by 2030. And also the consumer demand for biodegradable plastics and renewable chemicals increases globally. The challenges and future research directions. So what are the key challenges we are facing now is how do we optimize yield to compete with the fossil-based chemicals, and scaling up biorefineries? What infrastructure is needed to process apple waste at an industrial scale, and also what policies and certificates are needed for regulatory and sustainable factors. Future research opportunities are involved in improved catalytic pathway for high-yielding conversion of apple biomass, pilot projects integrating apple pomace into existing biorefinery operations, and AI and life cycle assessment, which are process optimization for maximizing chemical extraction and conversion efficiency. Okay. Conclusion: why apple biomass biorefining matters? Sustainability. It reduces food waste and promotes circular economy. Apple biomass is a valuable feedstock for biorefining, offer sustainable alternatives to fossil-based resources. Next is economic potentials, open new revenue streams for food producers and bioeconomy startups. Drop-in platform chemicals like HMF, levulinic, and succinic can replace the fossil-based materials. And finally, the market potential for apple-derived product is significant, with application in packaging, energy, pharmaceuticals, and more. So finally, apple pomace is an underutilized resources. Let's all transform these waste into high-value chemicals. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Perfect. Thank you for sharing your knowledge on these higher chemical processes and showing us the potential of Apple applications and these future prospects for this biomass. So thank you so much. Yes, and with this presentation we have finished the expert presentations. So now we will go to presenting the actual challenges, and we will start with the challenge provided by Rafal. So we want to start with a short movie presenting the company and the challenge, and afterwards the CEO of Refal, Stanisław Hachuła, will have his presentation.
It all begins with perfection, nurtured by nature, shaped by care. From the heart of Sandomierz, where generations of passion for fruit cultivation thrive, comes a new challenge. At Refal, we handle over 15,000 tons of apples every year. But what about the apples touched by nature's unpredictability? We see potential where others see imperfection. These apples are a source of valuable components waiting to be unlocked. The challenge in the new BioBoosters Bioeconomy Hackathon is to propose innovative product or technological solution that will allow to increase the value of sound biomass from apples damaged by weather conditions. Help Refal to valorize up to 6 million kilograms of apple biomass per year. Send us your idea on how to solve the challenge and join us at the Refal Hackathon. Help us utilize the dynamic developments of bioeconomy processes in order to come up with new substances, molecules, materials, or consumer products. Innovation starts here. Refal Hackathon, maximizing the value of apple biomass.
Okay, thank you so much. I hope this movie give you like a preview of what we will present. So now we will launch the presentation. Okay. Yes, so I will invite Stanisław Hachuła here to make the presentation.
Hello everyone, my name is Stanisław Hachuła. I represent company Refal. Company Refal was established in 2009 by 5 growers, apple growers from the region of Sandomierz, where we growing apple for generations. After that time, another growers joined our company, and now we are having 13 growers, and annually we are growing about 15,000 tons of apples. In Poland, we are growing between 4 and 5 million tons each year. From this amount, about 10%, which means 400,000 tons up to 500,000 tons of apples came from Sandomierz region. Before we start cooperation, our farmers were preparing the orders for their customers in their own farms, and it was quite difficult and specific to organize all the things together. When Refal start working, we have been 5 years after joining European Union, and at that time market for fruits was changing very quickly. Rapidly was growing the number of supermarkets, and the number of clients also was changing quickly. So cooperate together helps us to deliver our fruits to different kind of customers. Those customers has different expectation for the fruits, the same quality, size, color, value, and other things. After that, in 2014, we received Russian embargo. Before that time, we've been selling about 50% of our fruit to all Russia countries. After that time, we have seen that cooperating together, it was easier for us to solve the problem, to find a new market. And at that time, we have gone to the countries like Egypt, Jordan, Saudi Arabia. And because of equipment which we have, it helps us also to find the new customers, which they expect different sorting method. For example, now we are sorting apples every 3 millimeters by color, by size, by weight. And also, if we're working together, it allows us to bring us the costs of keeping apples in a cold stores down. At the facility Refal, at our address, we have a capacity of the cooling stores for about 8,500 tons. And the rest from 15,000 tons, our farmers, they have own stores in their own farms. Totally, we are working on about 250 hectares of orchards, and per day we are able to prepare about up to 70 tons of ready products. Our main market, as I said before, they are Egypt, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, the domestic market, and some countries from Europe. Top varieties which we are growing in our orchards are Golden Delicious, Red Jonah Prince, Stripes Gala, Gala Royal, Shniga, Gala Brookfield, Mutsu, Ida Red. All the cooling stores we have in our group, also the farmers, they are controlled atmosphere cooling stores, ULO, ultra low oxygen. And because of that system, it helps us to keep apples quite long. The maximum time is about 12 months, and average time when we're keeping our apples in a store is about 5 months. Normally we are keeping apples in a plastic boxes with the size 100 times 120 millimeters. Also we've got the other equipment like sorting lines, forklift trucks, all the things which we need to prepare our orders. Every few years, and quite often now, we are having problems with the weather. We are getting bad weather conditions. And after that, we are having apples with damaged skin, damaged shape, and which is those apples that are disqualified to sell for the direct consumption. And those damaged apples we are selling for industry, for concentrate, for juice production. Usually about 15 to 20% of apples, they are not suitable for sale, but if we have a spring frost or hail, about 30-40% of apples goes for industry, for which we are selling them for the lower rate. And this is the reason why we decided to take the place in a challenge. And the challenge is to propose innovative product solution, technological solution that will allow us to increase the value of sound biomass from apple damages by weather conditions. Those apples, they are full value apples, but just they look like differently with some shape and skin defects. We are going to do something different from apples, not just juice or concentrate. We are looking for new technology like fruit drying, freezing drying, micronization, production of pectin, cellulose, lignocellulose, cascade extraction of high-value chemicals, compounds for medicine, for cosmetics. And we are looking for some companies, individuals, SIM startups, scientifics and research entities, academic students entities, which will help us to bring our production to new way, like chemical processes, extraction, biorefinery, biocatalysis, bioconversion, value-added products, valorization of biomass. It will, somebody who will apply will receive a chance to establish a long-term business cooperation with our company. Refal at this moment has a free production space to be used for the new investment. Also, so we can have a land to build a new building or extend the existing facility to start the new production new product. REFAL seeks for a long-term cooperation with the solution provider. All participants of the final session of the hackathon will also get a chance to establish a new business and networking relationship, develop the commercial potential of the presented solution, establish a new international contacts. We are going to evaluate the solution by following way: profitability, innovativeness, scalability of the solution, market readiness for the new products or solution, feasibility to implement the solution to REFAL operations, capacity of the solution provider to enter into cooperation, positive impact on the amount of fruit reaching the REFAL cooling stores. The important date is deadline, which is 23rd of March 2025. Thank you very much.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for this presentation. I hope it shows in details what we are looking for, and it presents the company and the potential of the company and the cooperation with REFAL in the future. So yes, so this was REFAL, and maybe now we will go to present the Piesta challenge, and we will also present it as a short movie. So please.
Piesta Kuusikaro, an Estonian award-winning producer of premium Apple products, is on a mission to tackle a big challenge: finding sustainable and financially viable ways to use apple pomace, the byproduct of their production process. Currently, over 20 tons of apple pomace is sent for composting each season, but rising transportation costs make this unsustainable. Piesta wants to reduce waste, cut costs, and unlock new value from this residue, not just for themselves but also for other producers in the region. At the Piesta Hackathon, we're calling for innovative ideas to transform apple pomace into high-value products. This valuable biomass is rich in dietary fibre, sugars, and bioactive compounds, ideal for functional food, feed, and many other uses. From extracting oils and antioxidants for cosmetics or nutraceuticals, to creating bio-based materials or bioenergy, the possibilities are endless. Large-scale and lab-scale solutions already exist, but now we're looking for something suitable for small businesses. We're looking for solutions in component valorization, separating seeds from pulp and extracting valuable compounds like oils or fibre, on-site innovations, small-scale systems for drying or fermenting pomace, collaborative off-site solutions, pooling residues and sharing resources to jointly develop high-value products. Piesta is eager to explore new business ventures and form partnerships in research projects, while collaborating with other producers to build circular bioeconomy value chains. Together, we can create meaningful impact and foster sustainability across the industry. Do you have a solution? Join us. Apply before March 28, 2025, and be part of the innovation process to effectively valorize apple pomace at the Piesta Hackathon. Let's create a more sustainable future together.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, I think we can consider those two hackathons open, so we are waiting for your solutions for the REFAL hackathon and Piesta hackathon. Now it was supposed to be time for Q&A, but I see that there were already some discussions in the chat, so I don't see other questions now. You have You have a few minutes to ask if you want, if you like. After the meeting, we will send you our links to the websites, to our contacts, so you can contact us any time if there will be additional questions. So now, just to close the meeting, I want to share only two slides with the timeline. Okay, just a reminder. Yes. So today we are opening the REFL Hackathon. As Stanisław has said, until March 23rd, we are waiting for your solutions. A few days after, we will announce which teams were selected for the actual hackathon. 2nd of April, we will have the kickoff, internal kickoff with NDA signed, so it will be like a closed event. And 24th to 25th of April, we'll have actual hackathons in the REFL facilities. And this is for REFL, and this is for Piesta. So we were waiting for your solutions until March 28th. The kickoff for the solutions that were selected 15th of April, and the actual hackathon days 15th and 16th of May. So yes, this is the timelines. So we are open for your solutions. We are open for your additional questions if needed. So I think we can stop here. We have a really good time, but I think we have covered really interesting presentations and interesting presenting of the challenges. So I hope you are motivated to show us your solutions and to join our hackathon. So from my side, I encourage you also to join our LinkedIn BioBoosters group. You can find more information about more hackathons, more news of the upcoming events. Yes, so after the meeting we will provide you some additional materials and contacts to us. So, but at this moment I would like to thank you all for your attention, for your participation. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you on our hackathons. So thank you so much.